I'd like to say thanks to the University of Miami for giving me this opportunity to be a Cane, grow up as a true man. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the Hall of Fame committee. Although I must say 2 years ago I was in that back table here for Edgerrin James' induction, and I said I'll probably be 50 by the time they induct me to be in here. So I apologize. I'd like to congratulate all the inductees to be here with me. Congratulations to you all. You're the best of the best. I'd like to take this opportunity to also thank two people that stuck with me through thick and thin. My mom and dad who are here, who I put through some tough times, but I appreciate you sticking with me. I love you. My brothers, appreciate you beating me up. You made me tough. Thank you. I appreciate it. Another big thanks goes to my wife, who's here probably with my son in the headlock somewhere. I'd like to take my hat off to you because she's my wife now. I met her in 1998, my sophomore year in college, and she stuck with me forever. And I appreciate the space that you gave me when we lost those games that we should have won. I appreciate it. I'd like to thank my in-laws who are here, who made me feel like I was at home when I was 800 and something miles away from New Orleans. I really appreciate that. There's so many people out there to thank. Butch Davis, who sat in my living room in New Orleans, who recruited me and told me that I had an opportunity to come and be a Cane and I can do some big things, and I'd like to thank him for that opportunity. Also, Curtis Johnson, who was the receiver coach that recruited me back then, who I'm kind of upset to say who is a receiver coach for New Orleans Saints right now, who took a Super Bowl from me 2 years ago. But I appreciate that opportunity. Two coaches who are also Hall of Famers that are here, Coach Graham Mark and Art Keough, who was on that coaching staff. Appreciate you allowing me to come in and grow as a man that I am today. As a young kid in New Orleans, things weren't always easy. You had to really stick in there and go through some tough times. And before I go on that, Coach Golden, I wish you well. I probably shouldn't say this, but there's a man law in our locker room in Indianapolis. Whenever you play in a university and one of your teammates went to that school, it's a man law that you have to put a little wager on the game. At some point in time, I used to have him running away from me. Now I'm in the red. All right. I need you bad. But like I was saying, as a kid growing up, football was my dream since I was 7 years old, and I'm just living out my dream, just doing things I always wanted to do as a kid, and it's awesome, man. It's a great thing to perform in front of thousands of Maniac fans every Sunday, and all that compares to nothing that I experienced at the University of Miami. As we can all see, this NFL thing is a business, and we understand that. But the University of Miami, it's a family. It's a brotherhood. We did this for each other. We went through some hot summers for each other, and that's great. That's an awesome thing. And I'd like to thank all my teammates. Dan Morgan, Santana Moss, who are here, who went through some tough times with me, and especially in 1997 when we had a record of 5-6, which was unheard of. But we made it our business to be better players and commit to each other, to be there for each other, and it's a great thing to come in this, with you guys. Once again, growing up in New Orleans, Miami wasn't my first choice. I'm in LSU Tiger Nation, so it was already understood that I was gonna go to LSU, and I verbally committed to LSU. We allowed to take 5 trips. Took a trip to Oklahoma State. Went to LSU, and I was done. I hadn't had enough. But it was something I wanted to. As a kid, I used to hear about this Miami Vice. I wondered, what is Miami Vice? So I just wanted to take a trip to Miami and see if I can figure that out. Never saw palm trees a day in my life. Came down and took a trip to Miami, and as soon as I stepped on that campus, it was something I had never seen before. Just the camaraderie that those players had with each other, how they always there for each other to hang out with the recruits, tell the recruits what was going on, and just having a blast. And that was something that I didn't get from the previous trips that I went on. And sat down with my mom and dad and said, I think I know what Miami Vice is all about, And decommitted from LSU and kind of shook up Louisiana a little bit, with going to University of Miami. And I had some tough times with that decision, and a lot of people kind of doubted me, saying, didn't think I would make it. The typical stuff you hear when you hear about Miami, And I'm just glad to say that was one of the best decisions that I made in my life. I have no regrets, none whatsoever, and it's a great feeling to sit up here, in front of you all and with the inductees and the previous inductees, and it's awesome. It's a great feeling. Couldn't be at a better place right now, and I just want to tell you all thank you, and go Canes.
Good job. Thank you. Congratulations.